So, 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days is a show that is dear and near and close to our heart. Big Ed, friend of the show, obviously in close contact with him. They put a tight lid on Big Ed though. They've got Ed on a short leash. But let me tell you, Jeffrey, okay, the guy that we spoke about in our last show, who went to Russia to find a bride. In the newest episode, she rejected his engagement,
Yeah.
which was pretty epic because we found out that he has a rich criminal history that she didn't know at the time. But Jeffrey, it's this is so epic, you guys. We are becoming so entangled with the cast of this show. Jeffrey addressed us on an Instagram live video.
Sort of.
Well, sort of. But I'm thinking maybe we can get Jeffrey. We got to reach out to Jeffrey. Because I feel like they can't control Jeffrey. He's off the rails. Big Ed Big Ed
Still playing
cares,
ball.
right? Big Ed cares. He wants to be a
Yeah.
part of the show because Jeffrey, he's already been banned from the reunion. They've already kicked Jeffrey out of the club, so they've got nothing on Jeff. We have to get Jeffrey to call in. Zach, figure that out. You're the guy to do that.
I will get on that.
If you need me to follow him,
Jeffrey, are you
nipple
gonna watch
tats.
it?
Yeah, he's the dude with the nipple tats. If you need me to follow him on my account and message him, I'll do that too. We'll come at it at all angles.
Okay, cool.
But here he is on live stream addressing all the allegations because people were saying he was a spousal abuser. We had said that. That's what I heard. And Jeffrey is attempting to correct the record here on a live stream. So
Holy smokes. All these people raked up all these views and all these clicks that you clicked on for money that they made
Hold away.
because you read it and you looked at it and you questioned me. And it was all based on rumors and lies. Isn't that amazing how that works? Just think about that for my life right now. Okay? A lot of what you're reading is based on lies and rumors. Made up, fictional BS and rumors. It made me happy. You know, watching the show was sad in a sense, but it also made me happy.
it's kind of crazy.
I heard it on an H3.
He seems like a little loose, or I don't want to call the guy crazy, but he seems a little.
Or maybe drunk or something.
Yeah, he might be drunk, but he's a. But let's hear the guy out.
But it also made me happy. I heard it on an H3 podcast. See? All this smack out there is such bullshit. Realize that. You know, everything that you're reading, it's just,
Well,
man, it's just meant for money. It's fake news. You know? It is fake news. Will I date another Russian? I don't know. Everyone makes mistakes. I did pay my something other. You still have those nipple tats. I do still have the nipple tats, so that's not fake news. That's coming straight
okay,
from
good.
them.
So Jeffrey's obviously upset about the allegations. The thing is that the nipple tats offend me more than the spousal abuse, and that's not fake news.
So,
But I looked into it because I said, oh, well, Jeffrey, the last thing I want to do is accuse or insinuate in any way that that he's guilty of any kind of crime. That I mean, obviously, I was reporting on something else someone else had reported on. So we looked into it. Let's see. He confessed on the show to serving time in prison more than 20 years ago. That's a long time for dealing drugs. And frankly, that didn't offend me that much. That the guy got, I could have gone to jail for selling drugs.
that didn't sound like much at all, which is why
yeah.
I was actually really rooting for him on the show.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is bullshit. Everyone's making this
Yeah.
drug crime seem like such a big deal. But that's not the only legal trouble he's been in. He's also been indicted by a grand jury late last year for aggravated kidnapping, domestic assault, interference with emergency call, vandalism after a girlfriend alleged that he had violently grabbed her by the neck and slammed her head into the wall, according to court documents obtained by Oxygen.com. So I'm not making this up. I mean, I don't know if the claims are true or not, but I'm not just making shit up out of thin air. But I'd love to hear Jeffrey's side of the story. The reality star's criminal past and the current allegations against him even prompted some TLC fans to start a Change.org petition. See, I'm not signing any petitions, Jeffrey. I just want you to know that. Remove him from TLC shows. Well, they did boot him, but hey, I'm not signing this petition. I ain't got all the facts here, Jeff. Whoa, look at the signatures going up. This thing is active, you guys. Wow. Serving time. He was arrested in 1990 in Tennessee for possession of a Scheduled 6? Is there a Scheduled 6 controlled substance? How many schedules are there?
I mean, I've only heard of like 1 and 2.
Yeah, what the fuck is a Schedule 6?
Schedule 6 are drugs that have a relatively low potential for abuse.
Oh, so the guy was selling weed, probably. Or something even...
Weed is Schedule 1, which is insane. But
It is.
oh, maybe I'm wrong about that. It's like way higher than it should be.
So Schedule 6,
1.
what is Schedule 6? Advil?
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound very threatening.
He pleaded guilty to the charges against him and was sentenced to 11 months. Man, they threw the book at him for selling a bunch of Advil.
No, here it is. Marijuana is also a Class 1, aka Schedule 1 drug, despite it being legal in some states.
That's crazy. So Schedule 1's like heroin, cocaine, and all that crazy shit?
Heroin, LSD, cocaine, and
weed?
marijuana.
That's fucked up, bro. So what the fuck is a Schedule 6?
Yeah.
All right, well, here's the thing. A schedule, I just Googled it. Schedule 6 includes marijuana, which is a low risk of physical dependency and contracts with many other drugs.
I love that.
What
It's
are
either
you looking at it?
I love
It's
that
both?
marijuana is either 1 or 6.
Well, I think is it a state by state thing or is it a federal?
That's a
I'm
federal.
talking about I'm talking about the DEA.
I mean,
Boy.
yeah, that's a
The
federal.
DEA doesn't even list 6. What the fuck is Schedule
So it
6?
must be a
I
Tennessee
only got the
thing.
5.
I'm
So
reading
wait.
marijuana and salvia. That's what I'm reading.
Oh, salvia.
But you got to remember, this is also in Tennessee too.
So wait, what's a Schedule 6 in salvia? Salvia, you can buy that shit at a head shop.
But that's in
No, not
California.
anymore. They got rid of that.
Oh,
No, you
when I was a
still
kid,
can.
you could.
You still can.
Wait, hold up. Where?
I wouldn't recommend it either to anybody. That shit is straight up. That shit is.
Wait, where do you get that
scheduled.
shit? It really still sells salvia in fucking head shops?
Dude, I haven't been a headshot in a decade. I don't know.
It's been a while for me too, but that's
Head
crazy.
shops.
If so, that shit is.
God, head shop is so cringy. It's like the rite of passage of any teenager. When you walk in, you're like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't be in here."
This is illegal, bro.
Insane.
So dope.
It smells like nong chapa. What is that shit they always burn?
Nag champa.
Yeah, the incense.
I love that shit.
Incense, not incest.
Incest.
I always mix up incest and incense. One's fucking your brother, and one's a nice, pleasant smelling aroma.
Very different.
And one is what me and Ela do.
Right. Which is the nice aroma.
No, when brothers and sisters fuck. And one smells like Zach burns it in his room. Or do you burn incense? Incense. Do you burn incense, Zach?
I do not know.
Oh,
I do.
oh, Dan
Oh.
does.
I got a box of Nag champa at home.
There you go. You see, you got namchaka, bro. You got namchaka, bro. Bro, let's hit some salvia. That drug's so fucked up. So what the hell? This guy went to jail for a year for selling Advil. Scheduled 6.
Dude,
Like,
I'm still confused. I'm on the DEA.gov on their drug scheduling, and there is no Schedule 6.
so look for
maybe this
Tennessee.
was something
It
20
must be
years ago.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, maybe.
Look up Tennessee Scheduled 6 controlled substance.
It says marijuana and salvia, and including poppers.
Bro, he was selling poppers. Bro, motherfucking year. He must have had a lot, right? Like, why would they charge him for that? I mean, I don't know if Tennessee's crazy. Why didn't I just wish? Because in the show, he's always like, "I've changed. I'm different." Why don't you just say I was selling popper? Like, I wasn't even hard drugs. Did a year in prison 20 years ago. I wouldn't hold that against the guy. Okay,
Right.
let's move on. Marion O'Brien, public information officer, declined to provide details about the arrest. All right, fascinating. So this is the allegation that troubles me. The drug selling, I don't care about. In fact, I feel bad for him. Victim of the war on drugs, as they say. But what hasn't been addressed on the show is his domestic violence arrest in 2019. His girlfriend at the time called 911 to report that she had allegedly been attacked by him. The woman told authorities that he was intoxicated, grabbed her by the neck, and slammed her head against the wall several times. That sounds horribly violent. In a later petition filed to seek an order of protection, she said he repeatedly slammed her head into the hardwood floor? Jesus. Here's an article about it that I guess happened at the time. Oh, it's just old news. It's kind of the same shit we just read. He dragged me through the house by the hair and continued throwing my body into walls and furniture. Jesus. I know this because of blood on the walls, furniture, etc. She also told authorities that he disabled her phone so she couldn't call for help. A paramedic who arrived at the scene determined that the woman exhibited common signs of a concussion, was taken to a local hospital by her neighbor for further medical evaluation. Officers at the scene also noted that he had scratch marks on his stomach and chest, which appeared to be self-inflicted? How could you tell if they were self-inflicted or not?
I think they can tell. They have.
He appeared at an arraignment on the charges in January and told the Knoxville News Sentinel that he was not guilty. He believed his ex-girlfriend had pursued the charges because of a pending child custody case involving another woman. He also addressed the allegations against him in a recent Instagram post that we have since watched. So what do you make of that? It sounds like the professionals who showed up on the scene, the forensic evidence did not support his claim. Seems like the forensic evidence supported the woman's claim that he had violently harmed her. The self-inflicted wounds is weird because does that imply that he had like DNA
Right.
under his nails that they could
Yeah, I mean, I think they have ways to
because
tell,
that's
basically.
super crazy if he actually self-inflicted wounds on his chest and stomach to make it look like she.
Like there was a battle.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good, Jeffrey. I got to tell you, man. I read that hoping to exonerate you because I wanted to see the best, but boy, that actually made me more scared of you. And actually, I don't really want to talk to him on the show anymore after reading that.
Good.
So, what do you
I was
think?
surprised when you said that. I was like, I hope he's not serious.
Well, I thought, well, yeah, no, I don't. This sounds really bad. This sounds really bad.
Not
Cancel
good.
the call. Cancel the call to him, Zach. That sounds crazy. My boy Jeff. I mean, look, how sane can you be when you have nipple tats? Ultimately, like,
Well,
no, I'm serious. Listen, he's got full flame nipple tats. Like, I mean, who do you believe? The guy with nipple tats?
I haven't seen her. I don't know
Good point. We haven't seen her.
the girl. But, you know,
She
I
might
was
have
really...
a black hole tattooed on
I
her
was
head.
really impressed with Varya's judgment,
Yeah, me
which
too.
is the girl
Yeah.
that he was dating, because from what was presented on the show, it seemed like they were having a great time, and he was just being nice, and everything. So when he proposed, and she was like, "I'm not ready." I was surprised, but we know more than she knew at the time.
Right.
And
If
she I don't know if she read between the lines, if she saw stuff they don't show, in the edits, but such an interesting the season is just insane.
It's
It's
the
like
best.
the best television right now.
it's the best reality season of any show I've ever seen, and it's not over yet. I agree with you because at first my first impression was like, oh, she's just trying to get to America. She's on a site dating specifically for American guys, and then you find out before all this that she's talking to other American guys,
Right.
and you're like, oh man, you're on his side all the way. But
But she wasn't,
But
actually.
I think what happened was probably that she wanted to be nice and not she didn't want to spoil the time together.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she probably immediately was like, this guy's fucking crazy. You know?
I guess so.
Fascinating. I mean, guys, you got to watch Before the 90 Day. But Jeffrey's off the chain right now. His handlers have lost control.